Hi, my name is Shalom Munyiri, and I'm here today to talk to you about your child and how they're doing, or your children and how they're doing. How okay is your child? They are going through unprecedented times. Children were created to naturally grow up in a social setting. But what has happened now is that their school, their friends, church, neighborhood, playground, everything has been forced to move indoors. Many of them, depending on their age, do not understand what's going on. They don't understand, they're not getting it. Much as we are saying that this is for your health, they're not understanding how serious this may actually be. And what's happening as a result, we are adding on fear and anxiety into the already existing issues. What could your child be going through, and how are they responding to some of what is happening? I don't know about your home in particular, but there are some places where we are seeing lots of tantrums increasing. We are having angry children, irritable siblings. So the sibling fights have actually increased as the days are going on, as the lockdown is continuing. And a lot of this has to do with the fact that they do not know how to express their feelings. There's sleeplessness. Children who used to fall asleep by 8 o'clock are now still running around like bunnies at 11. And that's because one of the things that schools and playgrounds and just the neighborhood as a whole used to do for them is use up their energy. So by the time they came home, had a meal, did their homework, had, whatever devotion that you may have in the evening, they were exhausted and ready to just drop into bed. And there was school to wake up to the next morning. So the excitement that we had before this lockdown that we are experiencing right now was using up their energies. So your child may not be okay, but your child may also be okay. It's a thing about finding out, how are they coping? How are they processing the information that is going on? I'd say the one most important thing, even as you try to keep them occupied in all other ways, I'd say speak to your child. Spend time with each and every one of them separately if possible, and ask them how they're doing. Let them have an opportunity to tell you they're mad at their brother for one thing or another, and help them process what's going on with them. Because if you don't give the children an opportunity to actually share what they're feeling, to express what they're feeling, and don't try and correct them. Don't tell them it's not good to be angry. There's nothing wrong with being angry. There's nothing wrong with being irritable. That's just a reaction to what is going on in their world. That's just their way of telling you, I don't like it, I hate this, and I don't know what to do about it. So one of the things that we can do as parents, the greatest thing we can do as parents, is listen. And I don't mean listen when trying to give a solution. I mean listen just to listen. Listen so that your child can feel heard. Listen so that they're able to vent and express themselves. They're able to say, this is what's going on in my mind, Mom. This is what's going on in my head, Dad. I do not like it. I'm uncomfortable with it. I want some help doing something about it, but I don't know what to do. And after they have expressed themselves, then you're able to know, how can I help you? And if you go ahead and ask that as the next question, first ask, how are you doing? Then ask, how can I help you? They may have an idea of how they need help. They may have an idea of how you can come in. There's that kid who's going to tell you, buy for me extra this and the other so that I can do something with it. There's that kid who's going to tell you, just leave me alone. Just give me a few minutes on my own. There's that kid who's going to tell you, come and play with me. Ask them for what they think is a solution to the problem that they're having. Because it is in helping them express themselves that we're going to be able to go through this as a family. It is in allowing them to express themselves that you're going to build the resilience they need to survive this, because we have no idea how long this is going to take. And we don't want to leave them in a position where they're not okay and we have no idea what's going on. So listen to them, speak with them, and ask them for their possible solutions. Regardless of their age, they may have an idea. Yes, a 1-year-old may not have an idea, but there are many ideas online that you can get to suggest, to help you see what to do with your child who's much younger. But as long as they can talk, they can express themselves in one way or another, allow them to do that, and that is by listening. So how okay is your child? I don't know. And the only way to find out is by listening to them. And listen, not with the intention of correcting, not with the intention of giving advice. Listen just so that they can be heard. Let's listen to our children and hear how they are doing during this period. Thank you.
Hear what the Bible says. John 15:26.